Good morning, Sagittarius. We've got appropriate rain noises outside the window today because I feel like water is really, really important to you. Now, if you're new here, I am an intuitive reader. I get through intuitive messages, which I do at the start of the video. But if you want to jump straight to the cards, you can hit that timestamp in the description box down below, and that'll take you to the card reading. So if you feel like the intuitive messages aren't for you, that's fine. You can skip ahead. Just to let you know that. So water, yeah. I'm not even drinking coffee this morning. I feel like I just need to keep drinking water. And there was some stuff in your last reading about going for a walk near a lake, or going for a walk might be really important to you. Again, I took a walk this morning. I took a walk before your last reading. Didn't do it on purpose because it was you. I don't know, this need to walk. So then maybe a need for you to exercise, to drink lots of water. But also getting something through with water and almost like connection to spirit, connection to the other side. I guess I'll go into this next. I'm getting stuff through about... it's coming through as Stranger Things. This is kind of the references that I'm getting. The upside down in Stranger Things. It's like beyond the veil. So things like the reflection of water. They're showing me a specific card from a specific deck, which I didn't think to get out, but it's an image. It's a Justice card from, I think it's the Lightseers Tarot, where it's got a woman looking down into a reflection. Which again, I'm just getting lots and lots and lots of these kind of like synapse matches. Like it's like a big cobweb in my brain of all these different matches between these different things. So bear with me if I'm a little bit scattered. I'm trying to organise it into a way that I can explain. So mirrors, you were getting through Reflection by Christina Aguilera again. Which came through in your last reading as well. Why must I pretend that I'm someone else for all time? It played for me on Spotify again this morning. So it could be that you're doing this reflection work, but the shadow side work. But yeah, it's coming through as the upside down from Stranger Things, because I was getting through Neverending Story in your last reading, and then the other day as well, I was walking with my daughter. And I was playing music as we were walking, and I'll Be Watching You came on by Sting, and she was singing it, and I was like, how do you know this song? And she was like, oh, it's in Stranger Things. And I was like, oh, she's right, it's in the prom scene at the end of, I think it's season 2, and yeah, at the end of that you can see the kind of like the shadow, like the upside down is there kind of at the same time. So it's this sense of like two parallel lives, two parallel existences coexisting at the same time. It's very airy fairy, right? It's very strange. I don't get it either. I'm just reporting to you the stuff that's coming through. Maybe it means more to you. With this kind of, while we're on kind of this weird like parallel lives, wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff, you also got intuitively, this was one of the middle of the night songs, comes out of nowhere. You got Step Back in Time by Kylie Minogue. All you can do is step back in time. So it could be that there's some, like, call Brian Cox. It could be that there's some kind of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff going on here, which I don't understand. While I'm talking about that, I feel being prompted to tell you, if you're interested in that kind of thing, Brian Cox's he did one of the Royal Institute Christmas messages. It's a talk that the Royal Institute, which is a science-based, what would you call it, establishment. They do Christmas lectures for children where they explain science. They have very notable people come in and do these lectures for children. Brian Cox did one where he was talking about is time travel a reality? Could we time travel? And he talks about how time bends. I can't remember the details of it. I'm not a physicist, but it was very interesting. If you're into that, maybe go and look that up. I think it is on YouTube. Not 100% sure, but you can go and check that out and see and have a look for it. And with Step Back in Time, almost immediately I was getting, now it's funny because it came through as a crossword, which makes sense because I've been watching a lot of crosswords on Twitch. So hi, Doimpling Squad, if you're watching. So it did come through to me as a crossword answer. I can't remember the question, which is frustrating me because I feel like that was also important. But the answer was reset, R-E-S-E-T, reset. But it was almost like the question made me want to say a longer word. It was like rewind or something, but rewind didn't fit, so it was reset, and it matched the letters that were already existing there. So I'm getting through this need of you, Sagittarius, to perhaps you've been doing some kind of shadow work, you've been looking at your childhood, you've been looking at events of the past, and you're doing this kind of like, you're almost wanting to press the reset button, where you want to kind of go back and have another try, possibly wanting to reset a relationship in your life, because I'm getting relationship stuff through very strongly for some of you, which I'll get to in a moment. I just want to make sure I'm not missing things. Strange things, I'll be watching you. Yeah, I think that's that for that section. I'll just jump to this first. The deer fell out of this deck as I was shuffling, at the same time as a Spotify advert which was talking about Christmas wishes and snowmen. So I don't know if that is relevant to anyone at all. Deer, Christmas wish, snowmen. It was like wishes coming true at Christmas. Next, what do I want to go into next? I'm getting stuff through about a relationship here. Now, I was almost going to do, because I've got a lot of intuitive stuff today, I was almost going to do a Tell Me Anything reading separately to your reading, because I almost feel like all this energy is coming in, almost like taking over. It's big, very, very strong, big energy that's coming through. So whether this is somebody that you specifically are dealing with, Sagittarius, or perhaps one of you are dealing with, or perhaps it's even your energy, I'm not sure. But I almost wanted to do it separately because I felt like I didn't want it to overwhelm this reading. But the way it's coming through, I feel like it's all tangled up together, and I do feel like it is for you. So I just want to kind of preempt this with this being like, it's huge. it's like the energy's very, very overwhelming. Could be a relationship here, or there could be some sort of connection that you've made where you've triggered something in each other. This was coming through in your last reading, and it's coming through again very, very strongly. Now, I've got two songs that are singing together. An intuitive song that came through overnight was Vertigo by Khalid. It actually did come through. So sometimes I call this echo songs. Did it come through for... Who did it come through for? It must be Libra. Yeah, it was Libra. But it was coming through again last night very, very strongly as a true intuitive song. It was just blaring in my head. Specifically the lines, are we in love or are we dreaming? So I don't know, maybe you're connecting with a Libra, maybe you've got Libra placement in your chart. Are we in love or are we dreaming? Now, the song that this is singing with, it's like sometimes I get this where it's like two songs overlapping or singing together, is Afraid to Fall by Taylor Parks, because he says, where is it? I wrote it down somewhere. Where I wrote it? He says, I've been falling with my eyes closed, Khalid. I've been falling with my eyes closed, my eyes closed. And Taylor Parks' song is Afraid to Fall. What is it? I'm not afraid to fall and call somebody mine. Are we in love yet? Are we still making our minds up? Either way it's fine. I'm just trying to read the signs. Are we in love yet? Are we still picking favourites? So yeah, these two songs are singing to each other. And I'm also getting a song called One Day, Un Dia. J Balvin, Dua Lipa. I think there was about 4 people on this song. I'll put all the songs in the description box down below. You can go and look them up. And again, it's 2 people singing to each other, a female and a male. You're deep in the water, you're drowning us. Again, this water reference that keeps coming through. It's emotional, I feel, or like beyond the veil, the other side, the shadow work. You're deep in the water, you're drowning us. You question my love like it's not enough. So I'm getting all these songs that are like, I was also getting Damn I Wish I Was Your Lover. The message that's coming through with these songs is, there's somebody here who I think has been a player in the past. It's really funny actually, because I've got the Knight of Pentacles showing up here, but they kept showing me the Knight of Wands. Somebody who has a lot of kind of player energy. They present in a very they were giving me Heartbreaker as well by Mariah Carey. I forgot to write that down. Big truck. Heartbreaker. It's hard to explain what is coming through exactly. Now, I don't know if this person is the sort of person who is a bit of a player. Perhaps they tend to go for very sexualized relationships. It's like when they go into a relationship, it's about the sex first, or about the passion, about the heat, about the wand energy. I feel like this, I'm thinking how to explain it to you, what I'm getting. Now, I don't know whether this person has had a lot of sexual partners, or if they just present as this energy. They may be actually quite loyal underneath. I am seeing that Knight of Pentacles up there. But the way they come in, the way their energy presents, and I was saying this is overwhelming energy, big energy. They may be the sort of person, like, they walk into a room, all eyes are on them, they're very loud, they're very confident, they're very bombastic perhaps, very attractive energy. And I feel like somebody's really questioning what this relationship is. It's like, I'm confused by this relationship. I feel like it's like the connection has been made. They're giving me Connection now by Elastica. The connection that's been made is different than all the other relationships this person has had in their life. And it could be both of you. I am getting this mirroring. It's like perhaps I'm getting through sexuality. So I'm so sorry, I'm really struggling to explain how it's coming through. I'm getting through that the way that this person or both of you behave, as feeling like you always start relationships from this sexual standpoint. It comes from childhood wounding, or something that has happened to you in the past, where you've almost been taught this is how you get attention. You get attention by presenting as being, perhaps you want to be very sexually attractive. You present as being very, that's how you get attention. That's how you get attention, by being overtly sexual, I feel. Very flirty perhaps. It's like if somebody gives you sexual attention, you feel validated, but it's coming from childhood wounding. It's almost like they're showing me Marilyn Monroe again, which keeps coming through from other signs, but it's this kind of energy. It's kind of almost what you've been taught. Another song that they were giving me was it was two songs giving me the same thing, and I can't remember which the other one was. It may have been one that I've already mentioned. No, it was a poem that somebody suggested, which I may link in the description box below. So shout out to the person who raised that poem to my attention, because I didn't know of it before. I don't know if they want me to call them out on here, so but you know who you are. There was a poem suggested to me about being in love for the first time and understanding suddenly what that means. And I was also getting a song through by Lana Del Rey. Sorry, I'm just distracted because there's so much stuff at the moment. I'm just trying to kind of organise it. There was a song by Lana Del Rey where she's saying, if you hold me without hurting me, you'll be the first that ever did. Sorry, that's the pain of those words. I told you the energy's massive today. It's so overwhelming. So I feel like this connection is like, it's come from a different place. It's like perhaps you were friends first, because I'm getting another line from that Un Dia song. I'm more than your lover, I'm your friend. So there's something to this relationship, and I don't know how it's going to turn out for you both, but it's like it's more important because this connection that you've made, where it's like, oh my god, like it's not coming through as this maybe it is coming through as this sexual relationship, but it's more than that, because it's based on, I think, true emotions, true love, whether that is, however you define that, right? I'm more than your lover, I'm your friend. They just said to me, whoops, accidentally fell in love. So thanks for that, guides. I'm more than your lover, I'm your friend. It feels really important that. But this person is coming through as this big, heated energy. So it's really hard to, I feel like it's really hard for people to trust, especially if they've got this wounding from the past. So it's almost saying, like, be friends first. Can you be friends first? The target came out of one of these, which says goal-orientated person. So I feel like it came out as the line in the song was playing, after the rush are you leaving? After the rush are you leaving? Target goal-orientated person. So I feel like somebody feels like, am I the prize? Am I the prize to be won? Is this person going to run in, have the wicked way with me and rush off again? That Knight of Wands in and out energy. I feel like that's a real fear. There's a real sense of people trying to, are we still making our minds up, the plane now again from Taylor Parks? This real sense of trying to figure out this relationship, because it's very new, and it's like trying to understand it, trying to, yeah, just trying to figure out what this is, like trying to put a label on it where I don't think necessarily you need to. Maybe just take it for what it is, take it day by day. But the coffin in reverse also came out, which tells me that this relationship isn't ending. It's if the question is this person rushing in and out, then the relationship isn't ending, basically, is what it's telling me. You know, the door isn't shut, or it won't be shut. I also got Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. So all those songs for you. I think that is everything I needed to say, more or less. I told you it's like a massive cobweb in my mind, all these different jigsaw puzzle elements that I'm trying to, like, it's almost like, you know, when detectives link up a crime and they put the string on the board. It's like, this is what's going on in my brain. I've got all these different bits and they all connect to each other. So just trying to organise it in a way that I can, like, put it in a linear sense and talk it through like this. I feel like it's almost what I used to do at university, when I used to have to analyse multiple sources and find all the links between them and then put it into an essay, which is like trying to make the words come out in a way that makes sense and conveys everything that's going on, like a big washing machine jumble in my brain. It's actually quite difficult. So you may be finding it hard to kind of like communicate exactly what is going on for you, because it just feels very, very overwhelming, and like there's a lot of different things firing, which is perhaps making a lot of sense to you, but perhaps it's quite hard to explain to other people because they're not the ones experiencing it, perhaps. I need to get a song for you. Now, I've got my Discover Weekly up. I've been pulling a song for everybody this week from Discover Weekly, so I don't know what the songs are going to be on here. I haven't actually looked at the list of songs. It's going to be a surprise to me as well. I may know the song, I may not know the song, but yeah, we're going to see what we get. So this is the song that came through yesterday. Dizzy. And I'm going to randomise. If I get an advert, I'll just pause until the advert's about to stop. So we'll see what it's going to be. What are we going to get for Sagittarius, please? Sagittarius today. Stop Crying Your Heart Out by Leona Lewis. That feels like it's going to be appropriate. Echo again, mirror, echo. Like, oh, and you were getting stuff as well through in your last reading. I really feel like this is a continuation. You were getting stuff through about your last reading. It was like you and your person, you both had singing bowls. And it was like vibrationally, there's a connection. There's like a vibrational connection between you where your souls are echoing to each other, basically. I really get this kind of like mirror energy where I think perhaps you trigger each other in ways. It feels like a twin flame relationship, and I don't say that lightly, but it's like you're triggering each other to make each other do that step back in time work, where you go back, look at all the wounding from events or situations of the past that have damaged you, that have damaged your pure, unique soul. And you're doing the healing work. I think you're doing the shadow work, which is why that Stranger Things thing was coming through. So, 10 out of 10, good job. Sagittarius, you're doing really, really, really well. The crows are cheering you on out there as well. I think I forgot to mention, I got the rose quartz through. I got the urge to use it for your last reading, and again, as I was setting up, my eyes rested on it, and I just felt the urge to kind of grab it and bring it into the reading. So I don't know, perhaps you do crystal work, perhaps rose quartz is something that you've been using, perhaps you need to get a lump of rose quartz. It is about love, rose quartz, and also I'm noticing the pink of my bracelet as well. It's not rose quartz here, it's sunstone, so you may need sunstone, or a pink crystal may be very, very useful to you at this time. Right, okay, I am going to listen to that song off camera because I don't want copyright claims. So I don't know if you want to pause and go and listen to that song as well. Again, it was Leona Lewis, Stop Crying Your Heart Out. A lot of British singers coming through on my Discover Weekly this week. I'm going to tune into the energies. I'm going to hook up to the universe, and they're giving me dial-up noises, and they're in a funny mood, my guys, today. And then we're going to pull some cards for you. So I will be back with you un momento. Perhaps you're dealing with someone who speaks Spanish. I don't know. Okay, I'm back, and I feel like I'm going to pass out because the energy that's coming through is that powerful today. I did listen to that Leona Lewis song, and again, if you listen to it too, it's a cover of an older song, I think, and she does it beautifully. She's such a good singer. I'm sorry, I'm getting totally distracted again. Like, honestly, the power's overwhelming. What I'm getting through from that is so you had that step back in time and pressing the reset button by Kylie. The message that's coming through from that Leona Lewis song is that you can't change the past. You can't change the past. Take what you need and be on your way, and stop crying your heart out. Stop lamenting the past. It's like tomorrow is another day, right? Take what you need and be on your way. And this means take the lessons that this experience has taught you, and take it forward, and it'll make you stronger as you move forward. Really feel like the universe is right here at my back. My back is so warm. I was also, now I don't follow any particular religion. To me, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is everything. It's in everything. Therefore, it's all religions. Everything is just one big machine to me. But I do the Lord's Prayer as I'm setting up, as I'm tuning into the energies, just because it seems like it's a sensible little thing to do. Interestingly enough, though, I skipped part of it today. I was reading out loud, and I kind of stopped and then finished the reading. So I skipped a bit, sort of without even realising I was doing it. Part of what I skipped was the bit about lead me not into temptation. And when I realised that I'd skipped it, they told me, like I heard the words, it was like temptation serves a purpose. So God, temptation, because to me, like I say, to me everything is one thing. So God and the devil are the same thing to me, and I'm sorry to anyone who's particularly religious who feels very, very strongly that they disagree with that. That's okay. I respect your opinion, and I hope that you respect mine. I have to communicate what comes through as a channel, as a interpreter. The message that's coming through today from whoever is giving me messages, it's all one thing. So temptation is part of God's plan because it serves a purpose. And I use God in a way that you can apply that term to whatever resonates for you. If you want to see it as the universe, as spirits, as whatever you call that energy, it's part of the plan because it teaches us lessons. So there you go. So asking, lead me not into temptation, is like saying to God or whoever, I don't want to learn your lessons. I don't know. I get something different through every time I do a reading. There's a different spin on it, and I think that we're meant to question things. We're meant to look at things from different angles. We're meant to be quite philosophical about things, because it's all about teaching us lessons and growing. And if you if you take these messages on board and reject them and say, no, I'm going to stick to my dogma that I've been taught, that's brilliant, because at least you've engaged with, at least you've thought about it. And I think God would want you to do this, in my humble opinion, right? I think if you were brought up in a particularly religious household, then wouldn't God want you to be sure, wouldn't God want you to explore the options and come back to him and be like, no, I'm 100% sure that you're right? Do you see what I mean? So I don't know, it's food for thought. It's all just food for thought, and you can take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. I am not trying to push anything onto you. I'm just communicating the messages, and I think the messages are just here to help us hold a mirror up to ourselves, to question ourselves, and to be sure about the things that we know. So take that take that as you will. I have to take my top off. I'm getting too warm. I've got this new jumper from H&M because I'm just H&M. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Swear warning. I'm a H&M whore. I'm a whore for H&M. So been back online shopping. Oh, but the energy, like I say, it's like I've got the universe on my back right now, and it's hot. Okay, let's go. Big energies, Sagittarius. Hey, I'm here. Hi, nice to see you. Get me a card for Sagittarius, please. Wow, I'm being demanding today. Get me a card. Please, may I have a card for Sagittarius? Thank you. The deer, didn't I say the deer came out? It was in reverse, and the mouse is still at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so there is a vulnerability here. Somebody may feel very small, very vulnerable. I think, was it yesterday that one of the intuitive visions that I saw was a young deer, yeah, for Scorpio. So you may be Scorpio, Sagittarius cusp. You may want to go and check out Scorpio's reading in that case. What I'm getting from this young deer, though, that's been coming through for me in the past day or so, is it's an emperor or empress in the making. In some of the tarot decks, the emperor is represented by a stag, massive antlers. That animal represents the emperor for me in the tarot. So a young deer is somebody who is learning how to be an emperor. It's somebody with emperor potential or empress potential, however you want to, however you see yourself. So yeah, somebody's learning here, like the universe has you on a soul growth lesson here. So where you felt very, very small in the past, where you felt perhaps overlooked, perhaps by life, they're telling me, perhaps you feel like you've been quite hard done by. It's all been part of you learning soul growth lessons. And it's almost like now you've learned enough lessons. I'm seeing all these dots as like spiritual lessons, things that have happened to you in the past that have prepared you for this moment. Now I'm getting, I don't know if this is a Leona Lewis song. I don't know if she covered this too, but they're giving me, this is my moment, this is my perfect moment with you. I wonder what star sign Leona Lewis is. Did she sing Perfect Moment? I'm really curious about that now. This is what God meant. Isn't that the line? I don't know that song brilliantly well. I like your reading. I'm liking this reading. It feels like properly hooked up. Like I'm excited because it's really big. Yeah, where you felt small and overlooked in the past, that's not always going to be the way. I'm really paying attention to the eyes. I don't know why the eyes are standing out to me so much in these two cards today. Really, really drawn to the eyes, and those big ears as well. Big ears on the mouse, big ear on the deer. It's like you've spent all the time being perhaps like a wallflower, watching, waiting, paying attention, studying, learning the life lessons, perhaps not speaking very much. They both have quite small mouths. It's all about watching and listening for this person. Interesting energy. It's not coming through Sagittarian energy. I don't know if this is you or somebody that you're dealing with. Could be. Paying attention. They're telling me it's like the way they're showing it me. It's like almost like that quiet kid in the class who pays attention, a little bit like a dark horse, and then they like ace all their exams. It's like people just thought they were this like quiet little mouse, and then it's like they show up and they show up big. It's quite funny. Oh, I did go and get coffee as well. I was talking about water. I think once I got all the messages out, it kind of, this is what happens to me sometimes. The energy clears. So if I'm feeling the effects of something, once I actually speak it on camera, the energy clears for me and I'm sort of released from it. So yeah, I went and got my coffee finally. So let's keep going. What else would you like to tell Sagittarius? If I could, thank you. Candle. They just quickly gave me Candle in the Wind. Again, another Marilyn Monroe reference. You will be shown the way. This is almost like have faith. Keep that flame burning. Keep the candle in the wind. They keep telling me candle in the wind. No, they're giving me Lana Del Rey again. I'm no candle in the wind. Marina's apartment complex. I think perhaps somebody underestimated you. They saw you as like this little mouse, this frightened deer. But you're like, I'm no candle in the wind, and I'm going to show up, and I'm going to show up big. And it's like you're going to let the universe lead the way here. Lilies are showing up for me here on this card as well. I really feel like the lilies for me are symbolising let go of the past. Whether this is a past relationship, somebody who has passed over, whether it's just past pain, those hard life lessons that came in. It's, with that song as well, that randomised on camera, I really feel like there's a strong message here of let go of the past. Anything that doesn't serve you anymore, it's time to let go. Anything that's kept you small, release it, because the universe is here, and faith will find a way, love will find a way. What are they giving me here? They're giving me Jurassic Park. It's that Jurassic Park line, but they're giving it me as love will find a way or faith will find a way. It's like the universe, the way it's coming through. I can't remember what the actual line is in that movie, because it's like that's not important. It's the message behind it that's important. Love and faith will find a way. Trust the universe here, because I've got a really bad pain, by the way, over my left eye. So I don't know if somebody else has perhaps had this, maybe migraines or something, or maybe you need to go and get your vision tested. Really bad pain. I've had it since tuning into the energy. It was almost making me pass out, which is interesting because she had that Vertigo song, and I was feeling very, very dizzy, and now my back has gone incredibly hot again. Afraid to fall, telling me again. I'm sorry. It's all. I'm everywhere today, and I'm so sorry. It's just. I've tapped into something huge. It's like what they're talking about there in that movie, just a bit of a refresher. I'm pretty sure most people know Jurassic Park at this point, but the idea is that they say, oh, it's all female animals. It's all female animals in the zoo, so there's no chance that anything can reproduce. And I'm sorry to do spoilers here, but the movie's been out for years. If you haven't seen it by now, just skip the next 30 seconds. There's a character in it who's kind of says like, life will find a way. And then the frogs, something to do with like they've used frog DNA, and frogs are able to breed female to female. So the dinosaurs do start to reproduce. So the message here that's coming through really strongly, and I've just got like a shot of goosebumps right up my spine on my left hand, like the left hand side of my spine, up my left hand side of my neck, is if you thought something was impossible, have faith, keep that candle burning, keep that fire burning. I'm not a candle in the wind. They keep telling me that, because it's just like you're on the border of something that coming in. It's like this energy is just pushing in. Career, yeah, it could be something to do with career then. It could be that you are about to be noticed. You could be getting some kind of like mega boost to your career. It's like perhaps you've been again, they're kind of showing me that kid working hard in school, being really quiet, watching, listening, learning. It's like you've got all the skills through doing this. You've not had to even show off about them, but somebody else has been watching you, and they know that you're the person who they can invest in. They know that you've got the skills and the talent and the capability to make this big, so they're watching you. They know that you've taken everything in, I think. Or you're doing this to somebody else. You may just be about to have some kind of like big offer or big career boost. It's almost like being poached, right? When people they have a job requirement that needs filling and they're looking for somebody with a certain skill set, so they go and poach someone from another job. It's almost like this. Okay, Thank you. Being a bit tricky here. Happiness. Oh, gorgeous. They're giving me golf wrap. Dragon. Beware of self-delusion. Delusions of grandeur, they're telling me. So while this may be coming in for you, keep your feet on the ground. Don't get too big-headed about it. Don't delude yourself. You still have to put in the work. You still have to it's not just going to be handed to you on the plate is kind of what's coming through, but it's leading you to happiness, wealth, health, wealth and happiness, right? Bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Don't let it go to your head. Beware of self-delusion. I'm going to pull a card on that self-delusion in a minute. Can I get one card, please, for Sagittarius? They changed their mind then, did you see that? Caterpillar and Barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money or goals. Well, love, money and happiness is coming in, right? But don't delude yourself. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Right, absolutely. Have I not been saying that to you? It's like this level up energy. If you've been felt like you've been kept low, you know, like the universe has kept you on your knees, like things have just never been your way, things have never been easy. Now they're giving me, I think it's another Taylor Park song, Easy, yeah. For me, it's not easy. Sorry, I mangled that. I wish I could sing like her, but I just can't. It's like things haven't been easy for you. Perhaps you've always struggled. You know, perhaps you've seen other people pass you by. Other people have got the health, wealth and happiness, and you're there on the ground thinking, well, when is it my turn? When is it my turn? The universe is like, have faith. Trust the signs. You will be shown the way. The universe will find a way. You've been doing this soul growth. You've been letting go of the things that don't serve you. You've been preparing, and it's coming in, I think, for you. So a caterpillar, they go into the chrysalis. They go into, I really feel like somebody has been through a dark night of the soul and ascension thing here. If you want to go and Google those, it came through in your last reading as well. You had this awakening card. So yeah, a spiritual awakening. You may want to Google that term as well. The dark night of the soul is very difficult. Sorry, I don't know why I'm making that noise. Things will not always be this way. So it's painful for that caterpillar to go into the chrysalis. Like literally, they dissolve their whole previous identity. And this is really a strong message that's coming through. It's like you've got to let go of who you were. Don't let who you were hold you back. Don't let feelings of like, oh well, I come from a background that's you know, a humble background. I'm not the same as all these people who've like had everything handed to them on a plate. You know, when you get to where you're going, I think you'll find your soul tribe. You'll find those other people who have also struggled to get there. You'll find people there who have a similar story to you. So it's okay. Don't let who you were hold you back. Use it as your story. Use it as part of your success story, your evolution story. Evolution, again, Jurassic Park. You are going to emerge from that painful like process, that dark night of the soul, that shadow work. You're going to leave everything that didn't serve you behind, and you're going to spread your wings and you're going to fly. You're going to be this big, beautiful, they're just showing me like a butterfly's wings unfurling, and they're like beautiful, big and beautiful, really gorgeous energy coming through for you, Sagittarius. I'm just going to pause. I'm just going to drink my coffee because my mouth's getting a bit dry. I'm going to stop and restart the video so it doesn't cut out at 40 minutes, and we're going to get some clarifiers. Back with you in a moment. Now, I don't know if you heard that. That is now, those of you who've been on my channel for a while, listen. Those of you who have been on my channel for a while know I've got a thing about the birds around my house, that I watch them, that they give me messages. I know I'm crazy, right? But like the birds that are around my house, they normally do mean something, and it normally does come to part that they were right. For example, a kind of dark example, the crows particularly seem to give me messages. And there was one day where they were really loud, really loud, and I got out of bed and I opened my curtains and there was like a huge swarm of them. It was like that film, The Birds, right? Huge swarm of crows that's just flying around right outside my window, between my house and my neighbour's house across the road. And I knew that he died. I just knew that he died. And yeah, he's he'd passed away in the night. The birds mean something. I can hear a bird that I do not normally hear. Now, I don't know if it's some kind of dove. I don't know if you can hear it. Maybe if you turn your volume up and listen closely. You know, when I was quiet, it was making the noise. It's like cuckoo, coo, cuckoo, coo, cuckoo, coo. So I don't know if it's a dove or it's coming through like it's an owl, but it's daytime, so I don't think it would be an owl. So I don't know if this is something to do with knowledge or peace. I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but I can hear it and it's telling me something. Let's keep going. Career and not being a candle in the wind, not being a flash in the pan, right? A candle in the wind. The meaning of that is like something that shines brightly for a moment and then it goes out quickly. It's vulnerable. It can be snuffed out like in a flash. This is, I'm not a candle in the wind. Don't underestimate me. You will be shown the way. Open your heart to me. You had that song through, I think, in your last reading, Madonna. Open your heart to me, baby. I hold the lock and you hold the key. It could be that doors are opening for you. It could be, because it has come through as career, it could be that a door is opening in terms of career. You're going to have an opportunity presented to you that you may be able to go for. I feel like it's a big opportunity, but I'm also seeing this as now sometimes I see a bird cage as a metaphor for the heart. So your heart being a bird trapped in a cage, the bars of the cage being like your rib cage. I see this as being like a bird that's been set free, a love that's been set free. You could be releasing somebody that you've been trying to keep trapped. Somebody could be releasing you if you've been feeling trapped in a relationship. It could just be that you are finally free to express how you feel about someone. They're drawing me back to that Moonland song, Reflection by Christina Aguilera. I think there's a line in that that says something like, why must we all conceal who we are and how we feel? Sorry, they just gave it me very, very clearly. So just like, I was trying to remember it and then it was just like, boom, here it is. Now they're giving me Will Smith. So, shush, calm down. You're giving me too much at once. The reading's getting messy. 8 of Pentacles. You've put the work in. So you've put the work into something, whether this is career for you. You know, you've worked hard, you've learned all the lessons, you're ready for the next stage, whether it's because you've mastered something and you're ready to be set free from one career to go on a different path, whether it's that you've just been doing this soul work, you've worked hard on releasing that past, those past things that kept you small. It could be many things, but there's this sense of like working on something over time, really mastering your craft. I would like to know more about this self-delusion, please. Self-delusion could be something to do with gambling. It could be something to do with... I think it might be, the self-delusion might be you feeling like you're not worthy. You feeling like... almost like Garden in the Gate. It's like you're safer in the cage, you're safer trapped, you're safer if, you allow yourself to be kept small. You don't deserve, like, this is the delusion, you telling yourself, I don't deserve happiness, I don't deserve wealth, I don't deserve love. Those things are for other people, they're not for me. That's the delusion. This is like fortune favours the bold. Fortune, my favourite version of this quote, it was a common quote in classical literature. A few different authors quoted it. I think it was like a common thing that people said, similar to how people say it now. But my favourite version of this was in Ovid, who was a love poet, and he changes it to fortune and love favour the bold, or favour the brave, however you want to put that. So it's like, take the gamble, take the risks, don't feel like you're not worthy, because you, if you roll the dice, if you take the chance, it could bring these things in for you. If you never try, you never know. If you never try, you never know. I'm sure that came through for you in your last reading as well. So it's like fortune and love favour the bold, because if you don't take risks, then you've already failed. is a very strong message that's coming through there. Barrel and caterpillar. Oh, we've got story time. Whoa, we really have story time. It ends in 11 though, which is quite good. Except that it's the whip card. Hearing whipping into shape. You feel like something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Love, money, and goals. Yeah, the self-delusion is that you're not worthy, and it's your own self-delusion that's keeping you small, that you're not worth this. Okay, I'm going to just pause and have a moment with these cards just to kind of interpret them, because it's quite a lot and it's going to take me a little bit of time. So I just want to make sure I'm getting it right. One moment, please. Okay, I think I've got most of it. The birdhouse is standing out to me because of, I was talking about it, the heart, the soul being like a bird in a cage. So this is now giving me a little birdhouse in your soul, not to put too fine a print on it. Say I'm the only bee in your bonnet. Make a little birdhouse in your soul. Make space for somebody, because somebody's coming in here with some kind of offer. Now, it could be love, it could be friendship. I feel like you're going to get some sort of message. It's going to come from the heart space, with it being represented as flowers here. I'm noticing the note on the card. Could be a gift with a note attached. My heart just really tripped over itself then. It's going to give you clarity. If you've been feeling quite confused here with this clouds card, it's going to bring clarity in. And there's also a sense of freedom with it, freedom to make up your mind. Beware of chatter, beware of people gossiping. You could get a message on social media. The birds can represent things like Twitter. So social media, you could get a message. It's going to bring clarity where you felt a bit confused before in the past. Something to do with your heart and soul. Or it speaks to your heart and soul, or this person is speaking from the heart, whatever situation that is. It doesn't necessarily have to be love, right? There's this sense of dropping anchor, but not dropping anchor as in... I mean, it could be like putting the anchor down, but the anchor is free on this card. You can see, like, literally they've dropped the anchor. The anchor is not going to hold them down anymore. They're giving me, hold me down, hold me down. Is that Kesha? Telling me I want more, this is what I live for, hold me down. Right, hang on, no, they really want me to talk about that song. Something, I met a man in a three-piece. He told me I was holy. He's got me down on both knees. But it's the devil who's trying to hold me down, hold me down. I'll put all the songs in the description box below. Don't let the devil, which is coming through as the dragon in this deck, the self-delusion, which is coming through as these feelings of lack, feelings that you're not worthy, feeling that you don't have enough to be able to do the things you want to do. Don't let the negative self-talk, oh my God, it's like I've got the universe, the energy of the universe right now feels like I've got wild horses at my back. It feels like the energy is a stampede at my back, racing, pushing me forwards. It's like making me want to, I'm going to cry, I'm sorry. It's making me feel like I want to run with the horses. I want to run wild and free. It's like your spirit guides are here like a pack of fecking wild horses, Sagittarius, and you show us the horse in the tarot, wanting you to drop that anchor, stop being chained to negative self-thought, negative mindset, all these things that you tell yourself that you're not worthy. Just drop it all and run like a wild horse, just free and passionate. Don't let this card here, you've got the mice quite a lot now. Don't let small details hold you back. Don't let the feeling of lack hold you back. The mice in this deck indicates while your back is turned, there's been things that are niggling, things that are eating away at your resources, perhaps your finances. So do pay attention to the small details. Don't get so caught up in something that you neglect the finer details in life. But it's also telling me, like, this is like something gnawing at your soul here. It's like the things that's keeping you chained. It's no, do you know what it is? It's like the tethers. So I know that it's metal in this card and fabric in this card, but it's like the things that have kept you tethered, the things that have gnawed away at your soul. The mice are here, and they're breaking through this connection to free you. So you may see them as a nuisance. I'm sorry if I'm coming across as a bit of a nuisance today to you, but they're here to unchain you from the dragon devil energy that's here, that's holding you down. The whip card, yeah, the whip is like anything that's kept you in place, anything that's it's like cracking the whip, right? Forcing you to do something you don't want to do, or feeling like you've been kept down, feeling like it's just coming through really strongly. This hold me down. The song's just playing really loud, like my back has gone so hot. This really does feel like freedom, coming from a place where I think you've perhaps held yourself down, like maybe you've been holding the whip, the devil on your shoulder. This just your negative side, the dark side of yourself that holds you back. It's like you can't hold yourself. Look again, look, like the anchor is gone. Any obstacles that you thought you couldn't overcome, that ship is flying. You're going to new heights. Brilliant reading. Bloody brilliant reading. I told you it felt big. Tell me please about the cage. Again, look. Look. I fucking can't make this up. You saw those cards come out, right? This is a different deck. Literally, like, look at the similarity. Dropping the, it's by the same artist, but it's a different deck. It's not a tarot deck. This is called a Kipper deck. This is called a Lenormand deck. They have different meanings, but you can't, like, how could I make that up? How could I orchestrate that? I'm not a fucking magician. I can't do card tricks. I'm too clumsy. I don't have the skill to do it. 3 3 6 3 5 3 3 6 3 5. Maybe those numbers mean something to you. Like, yeah, you're going on a journey here. They're giving me Neverending story. Yeah, childhood dreams, childhood wishes, fantasies coming true that you didn't think were possible. Like, absolutely, escaping, getting out of the swamp, getting out of feeling like you're drowning. What was that line from that song? Where's it gone? You're deep in the water, you're drowning us. You question my love like it's not enough. I got really angry then for some reason. I don't know if you did too. Tell me about the die. Why are the die here, please? Or dice. I guess dice is the plural of die, right? Coming out of poverty. Yeah, somebody's had a lack mentality. I don't know if you've never heard that term before, maybe just have a quick Google after the reading, perhaps. Lack mentality. So it's feeling like I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. It's like imposter syndrome. I don't have enough to do this. Everybody else deserves this stuff. I don't deserve it. I'm not worthy. Give me Wayne's World. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. You're changing that mentality now. You're seeing now that you do deserve it. You may see other people getting stuff who you think they don't deserve that. So if they don't deserve it, like, why can't you have it? If you're telling yourself I don't deserve it, and other people who don't deserve it are getting it, like, you do deserve it. I don't know if that came through funny, but it made sense to me. Can you tell me about the whip? Can you tell me about the whip, please? Unexpected income. Okay. I don't know. The whip is unexpected income. This is what I live for. Hold me down. Hold me down. Key. Oh my god, look at what's under the barrel. Again, I cannot make it up. Successful outcome to your problems. The ship card, this shows you overcoming obstacles. Rats there though. Watch out, because I feel like there's a rat amongst the mice. Someone working against you behind your back. It could be a younger woman. dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So just beware. Eagle. But you're going to get, look, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Legal there. It keeps going. Fan. Romance, celebration, party. It's going to work out for you. It's going to work out for you. But I think it's quite important that you trust the signs. I'm just going to hide that rat because we don't want to know about that rat. I mean, maybe it's good to know about them, but also, like, trust the universe. The universe has absolutely got you back. This is like, you will be shown the way. This is what I live for. Oh, there it is. It's funny because I used to see that card all the time. Every single time I got this deck out, I would see that card. And today was the first time, I think, where I didn't see it while I was doing the pre-shuffle. And I kind of missed it. I was like, oh, where's my card? And then as soon as I started shuffling there, I saw it. Tell me more, please, about Distant Horizons and the Cage and the Candle and the Career. That came out really funny. There he is, the Knight of Wands. I knew we'd see him, right? And he's coming in. I feel like he's bringing in that message as well, because we've got the lightning here. The knights do tend to sometimes mean communication and action in the tarot. They are quite fast moving, or they tend to be, unless it's the Knight of Pentacles. We all know about him. But you know, slow and steady does win the race. You may be turning your back on. Okay, I'm getting a few different messages. Sorry, they gave me them all at once. One of them was somebody here, and I feel like it could be a cross-watcher. It could be you, though, Sagittarius. Somebody who's feeling a lot of regret about the way that they've acted in the past. If they have gone in too quickly into relationships, if they've gone in, if they've had relationships based on sex, on passion, and not a lot of solid foundations or love attached to them, they are kind of beating themselves up about it. I think they may be beating themselves up about situations where they could have hurt people, but ultimately I think they've hurt themselves by not forming strong connections. So I feel like somebody's turning their back on any regrets that they had in relation to this in the past. For others of you, you're turning your back on somebody who is just a player or who never commits. You're walking away from them. It could be that somebody left in the past, left a commitment in the past because they felt like the other person only wanted sex from them, or they only wanted the passion. What was that quote again? Sorry. Goal-orientated person. What was it? I've lost it. You question my love like it's not enough. I can't remember. I don't know what I was trying to think of then. It's gone. Somebody could have been very passionate about a relationship, but they felt like they were rejected, but perhaps they weren't showing up correctly. Perhaps they weren't showing up with the stability, with the love. They were coming in all hot and fiery, so you had to kind of put a barrier up and say, this isn't how you approach me. Look, it's a unicorn. It's a unicorn. Again, I'm getting this sense of like believing the impossible. The universe will find a way. A situation could be returning, and this person could be coming back in. It may be like you thought it was impossible, but they're coming back. Possibly with some sort of news, or it's just something. If it's not love for you, it's an opportunity is coming back around. You never thought it was possible. It felt a bit like it was too good to be true with it being that unicorn, but it's something that you really have a lot of passion for. It could be a creative project with it being the wands. It's something that you get really fired up and enthusiastic about. Okay, if it's career, I mean, it's showing very strongly as career. I don't know why it's coming through so strongly as like this heated thing. So tell me more about happiness, wealth, bouquet, dragon, luck, and poverty, please. Tell me. All the cards are coming out basically in the reverse, in the dark, in this deck. I feel like you need to get out of that lack mindset. That, you know, being in a dark place. Like, I mean, it's easier said than done, right? I'm just communicating what it's telling you. We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is jealous. They can be very, very cold. They can completely withdraw emotion. You can see that massive snake as well. Could be, again, somebody who is it the king or queen? It's the king. Yeah, okay. The king of wands in reverse. So this is a player. This is someone who they don't have any control over their emotions. They may get angry, they may get possessive, hot-headed, jealous. Somebody who gets what they want and they don't care if it hurts other people. You can see that massive snake. Again, this is the temptation. This was the test. The Five of Swords in reverse. This is saying you're walking away from the battlefield. You're done with this. You don't even want to resurrect what you can from a situation. You completely want to turn your back and walk away. It's like there's nothing. I was trying to say there's nothing more to be gained from this situation, but they're telling me it as there's nothing left to lose. Walking away, there's nothing left to lose. So like gone, done, walking away. It's that Leona Lewis song coming back around again. Here we have strength. This you can see is the strength to stand up against a devil. Side by side, like the lion represents your courage, your strength, your belief in yourself. And here you are basically standing up to whatever that devil is for you. And I feel like the devil is your own self-doubts, your own... it could be like the devil is the temptation. But you're learning the lesson. You're learning how to stand up against that, I think. You're learning how to walk away from something that you've perhaps found irresistible before. It's something different for everybody. Some of you, it's this relationship, this player who you just can't resist and they keep breaking your heart, I think. Others of you, it's going back to that message of, for some of you, it's... going into relation, it's you doing it. For some of you, it's you going into relationships, all passion, fire, enthusiasm at first, but fizzling out quickly because you're not investing anything else in it. You're not going in with love, emotion, perhaps using passion and sex as a way to avoid emotionally investing in something. Perhaps somebody does run away, right? Like you can't, doesn't want to drop anchor. They want to fly like a bird. They want to be free. King of Wands in the upright would be somebody who does have emotional maturity, who does come into a relationship. It could be somebody who's like, they were a player in the past, but they've matured. So if they're coming back around, it could be that they've now matured. They've got control of those passions, those emotions. They're more solid and grounded now. Five of Swords means picking, in the upright means... losing a battle but winning a war. It's picking up the pieces, salvaging what you can. And the strength card in the upright is a strong Leo energy. You've got Capricorn and Leo energy coming through here. Could be dealing with the signs, could have those placements. This is the being fearless, having the ability to look into the lion's mouth and not be afraid. Yeah, really coming through is like fearlessness. Not afraid to risk things because you know that you can pick up the pieces and keep fighting another day. I'm just going to stop and restart to squeeze out a few more minutes from this reading because I'm reaching my time limit. Okay, do you have anything else to tell me? Thank you. So finally we've got, what is this? This is justice. Now they're giving me if there's any justice in the world. You may have felt like there was no justice in a situation. You may have felt like something was very, very unfair. That perhaps justice was actually blind. She wasn't paying attention. She wasn't... people were getting away with things that they shouldn't have been able to get away from. The butterfly here is symbolising there's going to be a change, though. It could be that somebody wasn't able to speak the truth. I notice here that there's all these vines around this sword that is like wedged into the rock here. So the sword indicates with justice, it's the sword of truth. Somebody may not have been able to speak the truth in a situation, perhaps because of some kind of contract or legally binding agreement. There's something this person was shackled to. In the if we flip it over in the upright, here justice is coming in to fix the situation. I'm noticing this symbol on the floor, and now I feel like that might be the Virgo symbol, possibly. I'm not quite sure. Now it is Libra in the tarot, so I'm not quite sure why this symbol is here. I'm not very good at the symbols, but I know it's not the Libra symbol. The Libra symbol is two parallel lines with a bump. So this is I feel like it could be Virgo, I'm not quite sure. Or it could be Mercury, perhaps. Communication. I feel like communication is coming. You can see that she's finally freed that sword. She's holding it up. She's speaking the truth. It could be that justice is coming for you. There's a change coming. And here we have the Eight of Swords, indicating fast action, communication, that lightning bolt, right, coming in again that we saw at the start of the reading, and a Pegasus. So we've got a unicorn and a Pegasus. It's like, they're telling me like, when pigs fly, like maybe that's a phrase that you use, or when somebody else uses in a very negative way, like I'll believe it when pigs fly, but here it's coming through as when horses fly, and you're the horse in the tarot, Sagittarius. So it's like you're going to be able to fly, and you didn't think you'd be able, you never thought it would be possible, you thought it was a fantasy, but it's like that wish, that dream is going to come true. But you have to have faith. You have to believe it's possible, because you've got a lack mentality that is holding you back. Okay, can I get an advice card, please, for Sagittarius? We've only got a couple of minutes left. Best advice, please, you can give to Sagittarius for them to take away today. Please, can I have an advice card? Hilarion, yeah, you may have spirit guides, ascended masters who are guiding you. Hilarion is a source of spiritual knowledge, so you may be able to tap into a spiritual knowledge at this time. The sands of time and will, wisdom and mind. I'm just going to pause while I find the page. Okay, the sands of time. The sun has begun to set low on the western horizon, but it's still visible through the window of a beautiful castle room. A man is focused with concern on a large hourglass that has almost run out. He rolls up his sleeves, ready to get back to work. This card shows that in some matter of importance, time is of the essence. There could be an opportunity that you don't want to miss. It may be a project, situation, or personal connection that requires action or even completion. You may have had some delays, or you may have been highly active and industrious for some time. Either way, keep going. Your focus and effort are still required in order to get to the end game. Don't let worry steer you away from your goal. There is more yet to do, so don't give up, okay? Keep going. That was kind of a similar message to what we were getting earlier as well. 20. Yeah, so if you've had some sort of failure or setback, it's like, it wasn't all for nothing. Keep investing, keep working, because there's something to be salvaged, I think. It's like, leave those negative feelings behind, and salvage what you can and keep taking that forward to the next day. You've not lost it all, is the message that was coming through there. Will, wisdom and mind. A gold crown of power and authority rests above a Celtic trinity knot. On either side of the Celtic knot are the alchemical symbols for fire and water, and below is the ancient three-legged symbol of the coat of arms from the Isle of Man. Now, my dad was born on the Isle of Man, so I know this is a Triskeles or something it's called. The meaning of it, the motto of it is, no matter which way you throw us, we will stand. So it's like, no matter what life throws at you, you can get back up on your feet and keep going. This card brings with it a time of enormous power, balance and expression. The first three rays, or the energies of the divine, move within you equally: power and will, love and wisdom, intellect or mind. You are working intimately, even if you're not conscious with it, with the ascended masters who are linked to these energies. With the participation of the masters, you can raise your focus to a higher power and purpose. You can combine the fire of creativity with the water of receptivity, again that fire and water that I was picking up on at the start of the reading, in order to make your contribution to the world. With the gold crown raised high, you're likely to find yourself in a significant position of authority and influence at this time. It is likely to be a phase of great activity, but you can handle it. With these powers in play, you are able to discipline yourself to bring together the meditation, creativity, rest, and action required. Take advantage of this time and use the powers well. They are nothing less than the divine forces moving through you, so you can manifest their power in the world. So there you go. I told you the universe was right at my back. Those wild horses running at my back. The heat, I can feel the huge energy. And how I was talking about, it's like my mind making all these different connections. It's like you're sort of doing this alchemical thing, I think, where you're combining all these different forces, these different influences into one thing, but it does feel very, very overwhelming. Keep going, Sagittarius. You're on the right path. The divine here is like we need you to do this, but time is of the essence. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't let feelings of self-doubt hold you back. Take the time to rest if you need it. Take care of your health. Find that good work-life balance, because taking a moment to rest is going to give you that boost of energy that you need to kind of like get everything done. So keep the balance, keep the faith, keep it up. Doing really well, Sagittarius. You're on the right track. Best of luck. Take care. Leave me a like if you like. Share this with your friends if you feel like it's their story. Really helps out my channel. Leave me a comment if you've got anything to kind of give me feedback on, anything particularly resonated. Have I said subscribe if you haven't already. Do take care, Sagittarius, and I'll see you again soon. And if you want to come in here as a stealth watcher and not do any of those things, that's totally okay as well. I understand. Take care. Have a lovely week. I'll be back with you soon.